Just want to see on our videos if we are live. Then now it'll come up. There we go. Oh, lovely, lovely. Hello there. Right. Hello and a good evening to the second round of the ARC Flashback series, and we are at Brands Hatch, and the cars of choice here is the Renault Megane, the cars that we raced in the Megane Trophy Cup. Just to say this, because going back to what we said last week, we have got no idea with us in the booth, like what is the point system about. Apparently it's not points, it's how much money you've got is ending up as the winner, so it's a little bit complicated, but there's different sponsors that these drivers have to go through, yada yada yada, and hopefully my other co-commentator will probably explain it a bit thoroughly as we get on. So just talking about what happened at Sedegna B, we noticed there that Harlex pretty much dominated the whole race, and oh, there we go, we've got the scoring table up, that's nice. I'll probably forget all that, literally, I probably will. Anyway, what we were saying about from last week, that Harlex pretty much dominated the whole race. Apparently he got a penalty and lost out on the win, so Inman got the win, so he sits on top with 200,000 plus with those sponsor bonuses that he actually completed with, so that was some more extra money. So far he has a £46,000 lead over Law 226, and then Cro-Magna in third position, followed by Chucky in fourth. Now don't forget, Cro-Magna finished in, I believe it was like 11th, but he's third overall because he's completed the objectives that he chose for that race, so that's why he's sitting third. It is quite complicated, but as I said, hopefully we'll get Rascal in and he can explain it a little bit more. Fourth is Charles, Kofi Juicy is fifth, Techno Guy is in sixth, and then Harlex, who won the first race, well, not anymore now with the penalty, is now down, ended up being seventh with £142,000. If only that was real life, that would have been absolutely mint. I wouldn't be commentating, I would actually just be out there just racing. Eighth is Alex Gaiman. Chili is ninth, who actually celebrated his birthday yesterday. Sits in 9th place, and in 10th place is CSX Stephen 85, both tied on 135 grand each. So the track itself, Brands Hatch and the Megane Trophy Cup, as I've always said, and what Lateral has always said about this racetrack, was it was also home to one of the most exciting ARC races ever. Again, as I've, as Latin myself has always said, probably the best ARC race that we've saw, and hopefully we will get to see some of that again tonight. It's going to be 2 rounds around here, around Brands Hatch. Just looking here at Law, just making his way through. He's sitting second at points. I think we've got to concentrate on Law, because I think he's one of the drivers to look out for, because I think he is on a sponsor thing. I'm trying to get what he's got, but I've absolutely forgot what he has. Oh well, never mind. But anyway, I think his target is to try and beat Inman. I'm not too sure. Again, Larasco can sort that out as well. So yeah, the first race is going to be a standing grid start, and then the second race is going to be a full reverse grid. So whoever will finish 14th in the first race, they will start on the pole for the second race, which will be not a rolling start. Well, it will be a rolling start, but it's just going to be one of those original, how you started like a FIA race on here. So something like that. Hopefully I've explained it properly. Anyway, we'll have a look at the drivers then in this lobby. So we've got Stephen here, and there is Kofi. Law 226 we've seen. Oh, there he is. So there's Kev. Kev Meister there. Kevlaro. Tay the Day making a welcome return back. Rito Ugerti. I think that is Thunderpig. Tony Craze. Bob Reel. And there's Inman. So we're going to keep an eye out on both Inman and Law. And Techno Guy, who is still in the pits. So anyways, let me introduce you to the guy. The guy in the booth with me. He actually had the honour and privilege of singing alongside the Welsh legend Tom Jones. The only difference was that Tom was singing on the radio and he was sitting in singing in the bath. It's Rorasco. How you doing?
Oi, that was a bit rude. Yeah, I'm a bit hurt by that comment there. But otherwise, been great. Really looking forward to the races today. The reverse grid race should be very exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing some interesting moves, potentially some carnage. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I was just talking about the race 2 that we had and began with Latero and myself literally going mental, especially the last few laps. I was talking about, before you came back, about how the sponsor thing works, Thingy. So can you maybe explain in a little bit more detail?
I'll give it my best shot.
Give it your best.
Okay, so the way the championship is going to be decided is not through a point system based on where you finish, but instead by prize money. So the driver with the most prize money at the end of the season will be crowned champion. Now, prize money is allocated based on your finishing position in the race, so it does help to do well. But there are also what we like to call sponsorships, and these sponsorships are side objectives where a driver can earn extra prize money if they fulfill particular criteria. So, for example, Law 226, his sponsorship, his primary sponsorship is, I believe, Fidanza. Now, the goal, if you choose the Fidanza sponsorship, you get 30,000 euros if you complete it, and it's to beat a Raven West Motorsport entry, that being ARC Chile or ARC Holix. So, clearly Law is feeling quite confident because beating one of those two, no mean feat. So he's one to watch out for. But if he's that's just one example of how a driver can earn side money. Other examples would be if they picked Michelin. I know a lot of drivers have picked Michelin as their sponsor today, and they'll receive extra prize money if they have a clean race. So, just a couple of examples there, and a little bit of extra. Yeah, it's a bit of an extra touch to this championship, don't you think, Savvy?
Extra touch, but still quite confusing as we go along. I mean, we'll try our very best, to sort of get the grips of this as the season goes along. I mean, thank God there's only 5 weeks of this, because my brain would be mashed after the 5th round. So, qualified as well.
Let's hope the drivers can keep track of their own objectives better than we can.
Yeah, definitely. Just noticing there, Kofi being a bit aggressive towards Bob Reel. And there he is. I don't know if you saw it on the stream now, but how many people have got in the stream here? 9, 10 people watching. Thought, let's give this a thumbs up.
I'm not on it yet. I'll give it a thumbs up now.
Yeah, give it a thumbs up. And we've only got 4. Also, don't forget to give this race give a subscribe to the channel. We're trying to work on 350. Because I think we're only about 332, I reckon. So, yep.
It's coming.
Yeah,
350's coming.
350's definitely coming, yeah, for sure. So Tetra guy in here says 1 minute. Who's in your lobby then? Talk about the people who's in yours.
Alright. So, going through the lobby right now, we have ARC DM Charles, we have ARC Holix, ARC Chris, La Bomba Negra, ERA Contrail, who I believe is a reserve entry for today.
Yeah, and make his return since I think that was season 4 the last time we saw Contrail. So nice to see him back.
Yeah, I've not seen him race, so I'm excited to see what he can do. Then you have Cro Magna, Wily Coyote, Daryl. You have Venom Snake. That's Charles again. Manikai.
Nice to see him back.
Oh, he's the returning driver too?
Yeah, well, I mean, Manakai, who left, he did compete in season 4, and then I think he was a bit absent for like a couple of weeks, and then he was removed from the server. But he's come back, so nice to see him back, as well as T to D, of course. He's also come back.
I see. Yeah, see, I'm a fairly new driver myself, so I don't know a lot of these, some of the old guard. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do. Oh yeah, and rounding out the lobby, we have Jerry Bear and ARC PKMZ, and that's your lobby 1, folks. I think qualifying's on the way here.
Yeah, qualifying is just getting underway in Techno's lobby. When the tyre wear goes back to times 10, then we should get back underway. Well, I was noticing there, because I was joining a few people's lobby. They were practicing around here, and some people going for a one-stop, and I think I saw Wiley and Tony trying to go, because if I remember correctly, it was like a 25-minute race, and they were trying to go the whole way without pitting, with the likes of, I think it was Tony Craze was doing it, as well as Wiley. Do you think that might be a good idea, to go the rest of the way on, like, making no pit stops at all?
It's a very risky move in my book.
Yeah.
But maybe, the pit entry here is notorious for being a bit of a killer, so maybe they just want to avoid using that as much as possible. That could be a sensible move.
Now, we need to talk about the track itself. Quite narrow, but, still a historic racetrack. But there is some corners that we need to look out for, particularly Paddock Hill Bend. I know you had your problem earlier in the week with that corner. Another one is Sheen.
I don't know what you're talking about, Stabby.
Oh, I certainly do. And Sheen Curve, the blind up, up the crest right-handed there. I think those are the two corners that will definitely catch a few people out. Qualifying is underway in Techno's lobby. So, yeah, Paddock Hill and Sheen, I would say, the two corners to... Oh, Kev's got the pit glitch. I think, to me, Kev has got the pit glitch and he's left the room. So hopefully he'll come back. So he'll add another extra minute onto his time or so. As well as Kofi, he must have had the pit glitch. Law 2. Oh, wow, a lot of them. A lot of them had the pit glitches. So let's see who is out here. We've got Tater D. He's running on softs, as well as Inman. I think I saw Kevlaro and Bobriel on medium. No, Kevlaro's on softs. Then it is Bobriel. He's on mediums. A lot of people fuel burning already in this 10-minute session. Then you've got Reno, who is on softs.
Are they not? Is that their objective, where they're using mediums because they're not allowed to use softs?
I think there was one of the objectives that they have to start and finish the race on medium tyres, and I can't remember which one that is.
Okay, so let me have a look here. So the drivers who have selected Toyo tyres as a sponsor, i.e. the one to not use soft tyres, that would be Wiley Coyote, Daryl, and who else? I think those are the two drivers who are not using soft tyres. But if I look here, where is Wiley? Wiley's on softs, so I don't think it counts for qualifying.
I don't think it does, no. Techno's just restarted the lobby, so I don't know. Yeah, just a pit bug. That's what we had here. So, anything going on in your lobby?
So drivers are just setting their first flying laps. Jerry sets a 1:33.8, which is immediately beaten by Contrail, who does a 27.8. So maybe, I don't know what happened to Jerry on that lap, but I'm sure he'll go faster than that.
Now we saw times going into the low 25s here, so a 27 from Contrail may not be fast enough to make it into the lobby 8, the streamed race. So he needs to find another 2 seconds somewhere, because we saw Stephen do a flat 25 around here, and I mean that was exceptionally quick, and I see that Harlex's time was a 25.5. So
I think something must have happened, because I saw Charles, I think he must have made a mistake somewhere, maybe held up Jerry, and he immediately pitted, so I think something happened. We'll see what these drivers can actually do. PKMC sets a 25.689, he's the fastest in lobby 1 currently. Wiley Coyote is second, but he's 1.8 seconds down on PKMZ. So again, I think a few drivers having issues on that first flying lap.
Yeah, it will normally take about 2 or so laps to get into the groove of things. That's when the tyres will be at the optimum temperature.
Difficulty for Harlex here. He's actually getting held up by Wiley on his flying lap. That's not ideal. I wonder if... So Wiley pulls off on the back straight. They're coming around to the final corner. Oh! I thought he pulled off, but actually, no, he defended. Okay, so they both pit. So Harlex thinks better than to set that lap.
Got a bit of a problem in this lobby here. Looks like Kev, Yogeti and Law cannot... Oh, Tony's just binned it there. I think that was at Hawthorne. So it looks like we're going to have a lobby restart in this one. So, yeah. So I think at this moment, the stage is all yours, the rascal, to commentate in your lobby.
I feel like a radio commentator right now. Not many of the drivers have set representative laps so far. The only driver in the 25s who's done below a 27 so far is PKMZ. La Bomba Negra, who's second, does a 27.2. So, yeah, traffic looks like it's a big issue, and just getting that free, clean air where you can go bananas and go as fast as you can is looking to be a bit of an issue for a lot of drivers right now.
I wonder if I could quickly join yours one, because Tetlo's left this, had to restart his one. I don't know whether to join, because there could be a bit of lag spikes there. So better.
Yeah, maybe not. Charles goes fastest with a 25, 25.519, 1.7. No, not 1.7. Yeah, around 1.5 tenths quicker than PKMZ in second. So we're starting to see some of the pace that you'd think these low 25s.
You better let them know, see how many times they got left as well.
Yeah, so there's... Oh, that's a good point. So qualifying is 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, qualifying is 10 minutes, yeah.
Okay. We have 3 minutes to go, so it's clutch time.
Yeah, so hopefully you let them know in the chat by saying 3 minutes. Because they'll still keep going.
No, I've been told that just to say when it's 10 minutes, I think.
Oh, right, okay then. Yeah. Oh, right then.
Because I think a reminder can put people on this. Charles spins out of Sheen Curve. That's
one of the corners Rita takes. We talked about.
And he takes out one of the brake markers as well. Well, that's going to be a bit rubbish for the other drivers, because
they won't know their braking points now.
Exactly.
Oh dear, dearie me. That's unusual for Charles to make a mistake too. But again, it's Sheen Curve. It's a tricky corner, because you gotta be fully committed. And if you go over, if you overbound it, you're gonna go in the grass, and then Sterling's is gonna be a bit of a bigger task for you.
I'm seeing a few drivers have come in for a fresh set of softs before their final run. They've got 2 minutes left, so enough time to do an outlap. The question is, are they going to find some clean air? Are they going to be able to get that gap in the traffic to set, a lap that could put them into lobby 1, or if they're not going to find space and get hampered and they're going to end up in lobby 2, as Harlex sets the 25.4, so the times are starting to come down with 1.5 minutes left to go of qualifying in this lobby.
I don't know if qualifying has just started in this, I'm not too sure.
Harlex has gone purple again, and he's coming up behind Chris, so is this the traffic that we've talked about before? Is that going to come into play, affecting Harlex's qualifying session? He should still get 1 lap after this.
No, this is not. This shouldn't be qualifying when they got all the other people in. Sorry, go on, you carry on.
So 25 seconds left of qualifying. So Jerry Bear started his final lap. Harlex and Chris are about to start their final laps. Charles has just started his final lap. So we'll see which drivers can pull it out the bag at this late stage. I need to remember to send the message.
Yes, let them know when qualifying is finished, and see who was the last one to cross the line too, if they're after the time limit is expired. So hopefully we've got this lobby back up and running, and then because we haven't even started qualifying yet, so I think it's going to be my turn to do the qualifying soon when we get all of the people in.
So Daryl's the first to cross the line, and his time is a 28.2. So that's unfortunately, that's unfortunately put him last in lobby 1. And Alex has really caught Chris on his final flying lap. So I'm not sure he's going to improve. He did just set a 25.185. So those low 25s are coming out now.
He must have got slipstream off of Chris. Had to be.
So Jerry has finished qualifying. His final lap did not improve on the 26.4. Charles just come around the final corner, and he is on a personal best right now. Can he trouble the top runners? No. So he's 0.2 off Harlex, 0.004 of a second off of PKMZ, and he sets a 25.388.
So is that all the people done in your lobby for qualifying?
There are 3 drivers left to finish. Bomber Negra has just come around the final corner on the start-finish straight, and he does not improve. So he's 6th in lobby 1 with a 26.7. And Crow has just finished, and yeah, his time was good enough for 10th place, 27.809. Yeah, what will be interesting is the guys who are qualifying now in your lobby. They are going to know. Oh, they're going to potentially know what lap times to aim for.
Well, Law's got another pit bug. Maybe needs to clear his cache or something like that. Someone else is also stuck on the pits.
Oh dear.
Tony still had the pit glitch. Oh dear. Well, this is all gone Pete Tong, isn't it? So what would be the bubble then for the who what was the last lap time? Who was in there last place?
So Daryl. Hold on, who's fast? Daryl or Manikai? No. So Manikai is last with a 28.8. Daryl is second last with a 28.2.
Oh, big moment for Kevlaro.
Oh, hello. Oh, I just seen it.
Yeah, that was a hefty tank slapper there. So really, what could be the cut-off time to make it into the stream? What would you say? Maybe like a 26.5, 26.5 roughly?
So Jerry Bear is 4th in lobby 1 with a 26.4. Chris with a 26.6. I would say you want a low 26 in order to be comfortable that you're getting into the streamed events. So although Chili's not racing this week, so maybe some guys like Jerry and Chris are going to fancy their chances. So seen on stream, Kevlaro went very wide.
Yeah, that's Paddock Hill.
20 seconds ago.
Yeah, Paddock Hill again. Again, the corners that we need to talk about, but he's going to get held up. Oh, Tater Day would have been held up there. So that's going to hamper Tater Day. Don't think Tay's appreciated that. No, he didn't like it. Oh, there's some argy-bargy, Tay. Calm it down. It's only qualifying. You got at least another 8 minutes to do it.
Kevlara's gone to sleep from what I've seen there. He's just sitting on the racing line.
He was sitting on the racing line, and Tay was doing his qualifying lap, and he didn't appreciate it. So that's going to get looked by the stewards. So it's something for you to do.
I know plenty of things about blocking people on qualifying, and yeah, it looked very clear from where I was sitting.
But I don't think it was. Well, he says they're completely my fault because he didn't pay attention. It wasn't really a block, he just didn't move out the way.
Well, yeah, but if you're not paying attention, then it's a block, you know.
Looking here at Thunderpig. Kempmeister's got into the pits to put another set of fresh tyres on. So with 7 minutes to left in the qualifying, Kofi sets a 1:25.8. So I think that might be good enough to make him into the streamed event. He's just got Tony Grace just ahead. Now, and it's just a case of, now you said Harlex's time was a 1:25.1, did you see?
So Harlex is first in lobby 1 with a 25.185.
Right, so we'll see if Stephen or Law or if Kofi can actually improve on his time. He's 2 attempts down though in the second sector, so I don't think he's going to improve on his time. Reno sets a 127.999. He's down in third place. Techno Guy goes into the 27s as well, 127.3. Ugerti now, the Dutchman, he goes fourth, well, second, sorry, he's nearly sliding out of Paddock Hill, 126.933. And let's see what Taylor Day can do here as he's just making his way through Westfield and then into Dingledale.
Is that an actual corner name, Dingledale?
Yeah, Dingledale. Now there's a Sheen, where Chucky had his problem there, as you said. Now into Sterling's, where you'll find a penalty burn. This is one of the 2 penalty burns around here. The one at Pilgrim's Drop, down towards Hawthorne Hill. Kofi makes his pit stop. Stephen goes quicker, 1:25.466. Not good enough to get him on the pole just yet, but we have seen, well, I've seen earlier in the week that he can go quicker than that, as he just lets Law just goes by. Law's got another extra minute on his clock because of the pit glitch that he had, as well as Tony Craze. Let's see what Tony can do. 1:27.697. That puts him in 8th place. And he just gets Graham Hill Bend all wrong. So that's that lap done for him. 5 minutes to go for the majority. There's a look at Bob Reel making his way through Surtees, as well as Kev, who's sitting 8th, and Taylor D in 4th at 1:26.9. And he's blue, so he's faster than what he's done before. Now we need to see where Law is, because he'll be doing his hot lap now. So here he goes, up Hayward Hill, now into Druid, second gear, 50 miles an hour, back on the power. Probably down a gear now for Graham Hill, into third, yep. Using all of the curb off that corner. Now let's see what... towards Surtees. Didn't hit the apex nicely in the middle on the exit, so that's going to compromise him just a teensy bit of time. Inman goes fastest now, 1:25.4, only just quicker. Yeah, only 41,000 quicker ahead of Stephen. And keep an eye again on Law now, just going towards Westfield now. Inman, who is the... I was going to say points leader, but he's now what, the prize leader, money leader?
He's the championship leader.
Well, championship leader, yeah.
Keep it simple.
And out of Sterling's now onto the penalty burn, and then into Clear Race, and then Clark curve the last turn. Let's see what Law can do. 1:25.425 is the time to beat. Does he improve? He may have a little bit of a tool from Tony just in front. It might be too big of a gap though. Hugs the pit wall and goes sick for 1:26.049, but I'm sure he can do faster than that, as he's only got 5 minutes to go. So as it stands right now, it's Inman, Stephen, Kofi, Kevlaro, Law, Reno, Taylor Day, Ugerti, and Thunderpig. That's your top 10. And then 11th is Tony Craze. So Ted Guy 11th, Tony Craze in 11th, and Bob Reel in 13th. But he hasn't set a personal time yet.
I'm sure he will.
Just looking at Bob Reel. Actually, I quite like that livery. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
Into Sterling's.
That's a nice one.
Ooh, funny. That was a bit of oversteer going into Sterling's. I think that's Kempmeister behind him too. Yep, that is. So they've only got like 2.5 minutes to go, whereas Tony and Law have 3.5 minutes. And Tony goes 8th Sorry, Bob goes 8th, sorry, to a 1:26.5. And
so we were
gets it all
talking
wrong at
about,
Paddock.
we were talking about a 26.5 being the cutoff time. So Bob in 8th, you're saying he's got a 26.5, and then you have Jerry Bear, who's 4th in lobby 1, and he is 26.4. So that's 12 drivers who are below. Basically, Bob is currently. What's Taylor Day's time?
Taylor Day's time 1:26.9. So he's not made it. Someone's gone fast actually, because Bob's down to 9th. So who's gone quicker? It's Techno Guy. 1:26.4. So he improved by nearly a second on his previous best. So as far as I know, I'd say the 9 people in this group that could make it into the show, and Jerry Bear might miss out yet again, because he did miss out last week, didn't he?
Well, so Techno Guy has set a 26.499. What's Bob's time again?
Bob's time is a 26.550.
Yeah, so Jerry in 4th is quicker than Bob. Well, no, 26.4. So that's 13 drivers, and I think Chris is on a 26.6. So that's your top 5 in lobby 1. As Bob gets kind of out of shape.
Oh, careful, Bob! Oh God, nearly getting away. Stephen. I don't know if that would have hampered him. This will be a flying lap though for Stephen. Let's see what he can do. He goes across the Brabham Straight, and he doesn't improve, but he does have 30 seconds left. Any more improvements then? Still Inman leading the way. Bob Reel gets it again wrong at Paddock Hill. So Bob's run could be over. Take the Day now improves up to 8th, 1:26.1. So that might actually push Chris out of lobby A, I reckon.
26.1.
Yeah.
Being good enough for only 8th in lobby 2. So it might be another case where Techno Guy is the cutoff again. We'll have to wait and see when the full qualifying results are out.
I'll tell you that he's not going to improve on his time. 6 attempts off. Let's have a look then. So Techno Guy, there he is. 1:26.499 for Techno. Bob 1:26.5. So yeah, you could say yeah, Bob's probably the cut-off, isn't he? Instead of Techno, I'm not too sure. Oh, Inman improves. 1:25.2. It's not going to be good enough to get pole altogether. What can Stephen do? He improves to 1:25.3. Not good enough to get pole in that. Kevmeister improves. He's now 1:25.6, so he gets into 3rd, so he's safely in. Kofi, we're just going to see now, going over the brow of Sterling's, and that was, sorry, going into Clearways. He did a 1:25.688. Let's see what he does. Does he improve on that lap time? Again, hugs the pit wall and doesn't improve. So Kofi stays 4th, Kevlaro 5th. Lord in 6th. He's got that extra time. So that extra minute is now up for himself. So he's got to push it there, because starting 6th, that might not be good for the outcome for the stream. Well, we know he's going to make it, but can he improve? Let's see. Into the last cut to their turn. He was only up by 2 tenths though in that last sector, so he needs to find a mammoth time here. And he goes 5th, 1:25.711. I don't know if he'd be too happy about that, but that will put him 5th place in this lobby. And overall, that could probably be mid-pack. That will probably be where all the dangers is.
I'm not sure Law will be too happy with that. He was very bullish when he messaged me earlier about his chances. He picked his sponsors aggressively for Danza and something else. What was the other sponsor?
I had it on my screen, but I forgot now. But I've got the results here.
Yeah.
The qualifying.
eBay Motors, there you go. So he thought he was finished top 5. That's interesting. He's got work to do.
He's got some work to do, but he has been a former, he's finished on the podium at this track, so he can work his way around here. So Inman was the fastest in this group, 1:25.272, although he will not get the pole overall because that will go to Harlix. So Stephen does a 1:25.3, Kempmeister 1:25.641, Kofi Juicy 1:25.688, Law 226 1:25.711. 2 times quicker than Kevlaro, 1:25.952. Tater Day 1:26.130. There'll be fisticuffs between these two for sure. Bob Reel kind of, I must have improved actually. Bob Reel improved. Oh no, sorry, it would be Techno Guy. Sorry, Techno Guy 1:26.499. He would be in 8th. 9th would be Bob Reel with a 1:26.550. Thunderpig at 1:26.797. Yogerti with a 1:26.933, and Tony Craze rounded. Oh no, sorry, we missed out Reno 1:26.084. That would have put him in 7th. So Tater Day would have been 8th. Techno Guy would have been 9th, and Bob Reel would have been 10th. Yeah, and Tony Craze would be last in that lobby with a 1:27.494. So by my reckoning, I think we've got about 10 people in this lobby that is going to be joining the Harlix and the other bunch of people. I forgot who they were.
We'll have to see, because so Chris messaged in chat that he has a 3-place grid penalty for an incident in lobby B. So from the last race, so he's not going to be making lobby 1. So that will push the time that you actually need.
Well, that might put Jerry Bear in.
Yeah, well, Jerry Bear would have already been in because Jerry set a quicker time than Chris. So Jerry was 4th in lobby 2 with a 26.4 ahead of Techno Guy, who was in. He would have been 8th in lobby in lobby 2.
Yes. Techno Guy would about 8th.
Yeah. So Jerry Bear and Techno Guy, I think, have both made the streamed race, and then it's a question of I think Bob has also made it, from my reckoning.
Bob may have just squeaked it.
I think Thunderpig also may have made it. I don't know about Yogerti. Well, that's the thing. I think he might have because of Chris's grid penalty. So we'll have to see, because Chris would have been on the bubble, but Chris may have had the 14th quickest time. But if he's got that 3-place grid penalty, it means someone else is going to make the top lobby.
Well, we just got to wait for confirmation to see who will make it into the streamed event. But as far as I know, I think it's pretty much confirmed that it will be Harlix will be on the pole, followed by
Inman.
Oh, I was looking at last week's one. My apologies. Yeah, followed by Inman, and then is it Stephen?
The same two as before. So Stephen has set a 25.3. He's quicker than PKMC. So yeah, Stephen will be 3rd on the grid. Then, it should be PKMZ, who's also on a 25.3. Charles in 5th on a 25.3, and then I think it's Kevmeister.
125.641.
It's hard. It's hard because it's hard because we've got grid penalties to look at, and the times are all shuffled together. So yeah, it's hard to know where people filter in, but it will be very clear very soon.
I hope so. Yeah, it's just that the admin stuff will just work their way from about with the times and that.
Yeah, and what a terrific job they do every week. To have to sort through these times, to make this a multi-lobby event as opposed to just one lobby.
I'd imagine it would have been a nightmare for season 4 having 3. You had about like 40 plus. At sometimes I think you had 50.
Oh yeah.
At times, so.
The organisation required immense, and full credit. And if you'd like to get involved with this, the link to the Adrenaline Racing Community Discord is in the description. So, come along, join the server. We'll say hi, we'll welcome you with open arms, and get you in a rookie series and get you on track with us.
And then race against some of the best. Indeed. You can get to race with Rascal himself. You won't get to race with me because I've sort of retired from this all this. I'm just fine just sitting my bottom on the booth, so you know. Yeah.
I'm flattered you think I'm one of the best. But I've got a way to go, Sappy.
So we're still waiting on confirmation of the qualifying and what have you. Would I just not join your lobby then now? Shall I just still join it? Oh wait a minute, Wiley might not made the Oh, so who's gonna be in there? Who's gonna run the streamed event? Who's gonna run it?
It might be Techno Guy.
Oh yeah, of course, because he's made it. Celery HD says Sav was the best in his day. Was that? Oh, that's God. Oh wow. I think I was the best of my day. Did you know, see me in season 1? I was absolutely horrible. Mind you, I did have the majority of those races with a broken wrist, so you know that didn't help too. Being a pad controller, yeah, certainly not.
Dear me, Stabby.
Yeah.
Sounds like a nightmare.
No, it was like a football accident, and I remember doing. Actually, it was this racetrack. It was like a week, like maybe a few days before this race, the round 2-1 here. Back in season 1, I was racing here, and I stupidly chose to, you know, race, and yeah, that was absolutely painful. 30, I remember, I think it was like 30 or 31 laps, and it was just pure pain all the way through. But I still somehow finished it. Not good.
I mean, that's Brands Hatch for you. It's a painful circuit to drive at, and I think maybe that's why. I think that's why Chili's not racing this week, because.
He's still celebrating his birthday, isn't it? He's still celebrating his birthday.
Oh yes, of course it was.
Yeah, it was his birthday.
Happy birthday, Chili.
Well,
and it wasn't
birthday.
just. It wasn't just Chili's birthday. It was Kev Meister's birthday yesterday.
Oh, Kev! Oh, he's.
Let me
yes.
just get the full.
Oh yeah,
should we do the happy birthday rounds?
Kev turned the rightful age of 45. So happy birthday, Kev. I don't think he's 45, but you know, I think Chili's probably in his. I'd say 30s, I'd reckon.
What, Chili?
No, he's probably.
I think Chili's.
Chili's probably in his
Chili's
early
like 23,
20s.
no?
Early 20s. Yeah.
No?
Maybe 50, I don't know.
Chili is 50 confirmed. Let me find out.
Thomas is here. How old are you, Thomas? I bet you're like 37.
I heard Thomas was 84.
Oh yes, of course, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, good old spaghetti legs. Chili is 84, apparently, says Anthony Cozier.
I just saw the number 84 and
that might
said,
be his
oh
IQ.
yes, Thomas is... Yeah.
That might be his
Chili.
IQ. Yeah. So still no confirmation up. I don't know if I'm on the right page. I don't know. Is it in the flashbacks or is it in the race director chat? I'm not too sure.
I'm just trying to find the chat where we found out whose birthday it was yesterday.
Yeah, I know it was Chili's better yesterday.
Yeah, it was Chili's.
I didn't know it was someone else's birthday.
No, there were a few people.
Oh, Chris says it was his birthday on Friday. Last Friday.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Oh, Chris has said he's 31, old man.
Yeah, Savvy can sing him a birthday song because of his comment to me earlier about Tom Jones.
What? What do you mean about Tom Jones? What did I say that for?
I have no idea, Savvy.
So we're still waiting with these these qualifying results. I don't know what's taking them so long. Is it still got to do with these grip penalties and what have you? I don't even know who's actually got grip penalties after the first race.
Ah, so I'm in the wrong lobby. So Wiley, this is Champs Lobby B. So I'm gonna eventually leave this.
Oh, so
Charles,
you got to join.
I'm gonna join the. Yeah, I'm gonna join the other.
All
lobby.
right.
Yeah. No. Which? Someone help me out. Which Discord chat did we find out?
It was in the champion.
Today?
Oh, was it birthdays?
Was it in the chat? Was it in the Flashback Champs chat?
No, I think it was in the normal chit chat. But it only just had Chili. You didn't see anyone else.
No, there was.
I'm still in the championship one here. That had the, yeah. So the qualifying results to the championship one. I'm not looking at the whoever birthday one it is. I don't know how.
Yeah, but I want to wish people happy birthday.
Would you not wish me a happy birthday, even though it was in August?
I did wish you happy birthday. Do you remember?
I think you did.
Do you remember
yeah.
we had that endurance race at Red Bull Ring, and you said it was your birthday the next day.
Oh
and,
yeah, I remember that
I told you happy birthday.
Yeah.
Although I pulled out of the booth to race at Le Mans a few days later.
Yeah, maybe that's the payback there for the Tom Jones thing then.
Well, no, the payback was that I got a Cat 4 after ramming someone at one of the chicanes on the Mulsanne Straight. So, yeah, it wasn't a very good race for me.
Oh, finally we've got them qualified. So here we go. So as expected, I have it here with me. So in the streamed lobby, Alex will be on the pole. Then it'll be Inman second, Stephen third, PK in fourth, Chucky fifth, Kev Beister sixth, Kofi Juicy in seventh, Law226 in eighth. So he's got, like he says, he's got some work to do starting in eighth place. Then in ninth is Kevlaro. Rido 358 is in 10th, Tay the Day 11th, Jerry Bear in 12th. I think that's the first time we've seen Tay the Day as well. Did Tay make? No, Tay didn't make last week, didn't he? Neither did Jerry Bear. Techno Guy 13th and Bob Brio 14th. And as expected, the cut-off time was 1:26.5.
You're
That was just pure luck. I'm not
Sabi,
gonna lie.
Sabi, do you mind sharing next week's lottery numbers?
Okay then. Yeah. For the next one, Thunderpick will start on the pool. There's only 11 people in that. Oh, that's a shame. So Thunderpick will start on the pool in lobby B. Contra will start second. Ugerti. Oh, the host has ended the game. Ugerti in third. Chris and La Bomba, they both had 3 good place penalties. So Chris will start fourth in that group. La Bomba in 5th, Wiley in 6th, Venom Steak in 7th, Tony Craze 8th, 9th is Crow Magna, 3rd in the championship, and he's going to be starting 9th in Lobby B. That'll be 24th or 10th, and Manakai in dead last. So there you go. That's quite big then. Crow Magna starting 9th in Lobby B, and he's sitting 3rd in the championship. That's pretty big. That's not good news.
Well, he had some interesting battles last week at Sardegna with Bob, with Techno Guy, and I think Thunderpig as well. So, maybe he's looking to have some good racing in Lobby B for once. Maybe he's sandbagging. We don't know.
Yeah, just looking here there. I mean, look at the times that are so close together. Stephen 1:25.3, PK 1:25.384. Stephen did a 3:49, sorry. PK 1:25.384. Charles 1:25.388. Like that's proper close. That's like 39 thousandths of a second then between them 3. That's very close. That.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's hope it translates to the race. It's going to be hard to pass a Grand Hatch, so qualifying of extra importance, simply because the track's so narrow.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is indeed. And again, with Law having that sponsor objective, they're starting 8th on the field. It's going to make it an awful lot tricky for Law if he can capture that objective. What was it? Fidadel, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it was called.
Fidanza.
Fidanza, that was it. Fidadel? Where did I get that from? That's just a made up one.
Yep, that's fine. You're allowed to make them up. Ah, I think I know where it was.
So,
okay, so...
the first
I'm still
race...
trying to find people's birthdays.
So the first race is a 25-minute endurance race, which I think is going to be a standing start. And then for the second race, it will be a reverse grid order. But it's going to be a rolling start. But not like the rolling starts that we've seen recently. It's like the start what we see in the FIA sort of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I know the Techno guy loves that automatic rolling start. Okay, so just gonna wish a happy birthday to Chili, to Kevmeister, to Lateral, I think it was his birthday recently, and to Mermaid. Yeah.
Oh. I'm surprised Mermaid's not entered in for this one, because he won that absolute sensation race when we did this with Lat and myself. I didn't even know it was Lat's birthday.
Oh, he's probably, doing some real life racing.
Oh, he's probably getting drunk.
It's a Sunday night, so... I mean, yeah, why not?
So I think we're just waiting for Tater Day to come in. I think Tay needs to clear his cache. If he could, because he can't see Law.
Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. As we saw last week on stream, so I have to apologise to Law, because on stream we called it Law got past Steven, and in that move, Steven ended up in the gravel, and we on stream thought, hang on a minute, Law's pushed him off, but Law, in fact, could not see Steven. So, he, on his screen, he was just driving into a clear space, didn't know there was even a car there, so, yep, sorry Law. Yeah, let's hope this doesn't happen again this week. Hopefully he doesn't have any more issues like that. But we know how Gran Turismo can be.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Sada. Yeah, I remember doing the the Monza race, another phenomenal race. But I think we were like 45 minutes into that stream race while Lobby B just couldn't get up. They were just waiting to start. So it would have been a nightmare for the Lobby B guys when they were racing, because I think that's when they had Charles and Hideki racing in that lobby.
Oh.
So yeah, that's the problem.
I love the internet, but sometimes it drives you up the wall. Oh, and now Law doesn't see Tay, so that is problematic.
And they're starting quite close together, aren't they?
Do I have the qualifying order?
I did have it, yeah.
So Tay is starting in 11th and Law is starting in 8th.
Yeah, so they're quite close.
They're quite close together. They're not alongside each other, but it's still not what you want to be seeing.
Oh, and Kofi sees 14. Oh, dearie me.
Although, he might be seeing 14 on track, because we haven't entered, so maybe there's a bit of confusion there. Maybe he does just only see 14.
Jerry Bear confirmed it there for what you just said there, so well done, Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry is a man who has been in the booth a lot. He's got a lot of experience there. Very seasoned commentator. Yeah, he knows all about what goes on in these lobbies. I saw recently that he was actually doing some commentary with you, Savvy.
Indeed, yes, for another
some touring
league,
car
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, touring cars. I'd like to get touring cars in this. Whether it gets the go-ahead, I don't know. I don't know. I remember Lat was saying it ages ago, can we get like a BTCC championship? And I was like, I was with it, like from the very start. And
I'd be down for that.
Nothing came up in fruition about it.
I'm sure we'll organise something in the not too distant future. BTCC would be a really popular class of cars to drive, I think, as PK leaves the room.
Yeah, PK must. Yeah, I'm just a bit worried that because BTCC racing does have a lot of contacts and all that. If that's going to be the case, you're going to have a very busy night at the stewards there with all these contacts and handing out 5-second penalties and Cat 2s and Cat 1s and group penalties and what have you. So, yeah, that could be a bit of a problem. We
could say it's like an actual BTCC series and just have it unstewarded.
Have it all out. Boys have at it, pretty much.
Just get the elbows out.
Yeah.
All that you've been holding inside, just let it all out.
And if any of the stewards start racing, feel free to just go full on into them. When it's like a hairpin or something, just take them out. That'd be nice. You won't get a Cat 1. That's the good thing. So
Jerry Bear in chat says, "Thank goodness GT Sport never has issues with the smiley face." Well, Jerry, I think what Jerry is demonstrating there is some sarcasm, as we all know that GT Sport is very imperfect, but it's the best we have on PlayStation right now, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. Not every minute. That's a lie. The lag issues are really annoying.
Yeah, I've got like a chicken sandwich waiting for me in the kitchen. I would like to eat that, but obviously we can't because we got this.
Paddy, you should go get your chicken sandwich. I'll hold the fort for a bit.
Oh, no, not just yet. We're just gonna see if
you're on a diet.
Yeah, seafood diet.
Yeah, the one where you see food and you
then
want
I
to
eat it.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I got it. So you had a chicken sandwich the other last week. I remember you telling me. Is that your Sunday night special?
Oh yes, it's for Sunday night. I also have it on a Thursday too, as a supper. So I have chicken sandwiches on
Thursdays and Sundays.
Thursdays and Sundays. Yep.
And then do you have the same meal on Wednesdays and Saturdays?
The same meals. I take my mum out to like a wee little cafe and buy her food and that, and I get my food, and it just depends.
That's
really.
Nice.
Yeah, it just depends.
Where do you like to take your mum?
Do you know? I can make a mean pot noodle. Like that.
Oh yeah.
Like you know, like
those
you
are
know,
hard to
like,
do.
Oh, it is hard to do. Yeah, but like you know, there's like a line in the pot. Like I like to go over that.
Really?
Yeah, I like to overstep the boundary. I do.
See, I'm the opposite. I actually go.
Oh,
under the line.
What are you doing? What's going on with you? You've never heard of pot. You've never played the PS2,
Savvy.
and now you're hanging a pot noodle where the line is. What is this all about?
No, because you want a stronger, thicker sauce for your noodles, no?
Oh no, I've got my own soy sauce. I buy it out of Asda's and just put in the soy sauce in. No, I like to drink the soy sauce after. Chicken and mushroom though, has to be chicken and mushroom. Don't like anything else. Just the
I have
original.
to be honest, I don't really eat pot noodle unless I'm at a music festival. When I'm at home...
you're quite a musician, aren't you?
Oh no! I as in just going to music festivals, not actually playing at them.
I thought you were quite a musician. I thought I had you as like playing a good saxophone player. I don't know why.
You had me as a saxophone player.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I did used to play a bit, but haven't picked it up in a while. So yeah, not at the moment. But yeah, I like that's the only time I'll ever eat pot noodle. When I'm at
There you
home,
go,
I like to make ramen. Because you can customize it quite a lot. You add some spring onions, some eggs, another vegetable that I've just got going, and yeah, it's quite healthy and got quite balanced and very, very simple to do.
Do you know,
So,
I still remember the day when Dan was saying, "You have to make a video of how to make hot lemonade," and I forgot to do it.
well, you need to make that video. Surely
I have
that's got to
to,
be
yeah.
that's got to be for the season 5 car draw. You're going to make some hot lemonade beforehand as the preview, and
Be a sponsor.
could be a sponsor. Savvy's Hot Lemonade. Heard it here first.
Brett just said you two could host a cooking show. Oh God, if I'd be on a cooking show, I'd eat the whole thing.
That's what they do, though, isn't it? You know, you
Well,
look
they've just have a couple of bites.
You've watched MasterChef, though, right, Savvy? You see the...
Oh, got back in the old Lloyd Grossman days, but apart from now, no, not now.
Oh, because they get, what's his name? Greg on MasterChef.
Oh, Greg, I swear down, Greg Wallace looks like... Go on.
Yeah. Every single bite I've seen Greg take, it's like he's got the whole plate on his fork. And yeah, I think you'd be perfect for... I think you should be the next MasterChef judge, Savvy.
I don't know if it's just
rating
me or...
these fine dining dishes.
No, I'm quite a picky eater. I only eat like chips and that. If it's anything else, I'm like, there's still chips. I don't like it.
Wait,
Take it away.
you say you're picky.
I'm a picky eater.
And you eat chips, okay?
Chips and beef burgers and potato waffles, bacon. Oh yeah, definitely. I was just about to say, you know Greg Wallace.
Yeah.
Do you think he looks like Dr. Bunsen Honeydew from the Muppets?
Wait, I'm gonna Google this. Dr. Bunsen...
Honeydew.
Honeydew.
Do you know the science guy with Beaker, the one who goes...
You know
his
what?
companion.
Greg Wallace. You know what? That's... that's... Wow.
There you go, eh?
It's quite accurate. Who would you look like if you were a Muppet, Savvy?
Oh, I don't know. If I was a Muppet.
Yeah. If you were a Muppet character. Oh, Stuck Chucks are about to get underway, so
Well, I've seen that Tater Days left the room. Could he not been replaced by someone else to replace him? Maybe.
well, we'll have a look.
Maybe. I'm just thinking back of what Muppet character I could be.
Hopefully Tay has joined the other lobby,
Mayor.
and so
So that would include who was there. Who would be
I mean,
Paul in Lobby B?
would he be Paul in Lobby B? You know what? He would be. Yeah, of course, because he's quicker than everybody in Lobby B.
So I was seeing Thunderpig. Thunderpig is in Paul in Lobby B. Would he now be promoted up into this? I don't know.
So Kofi in chat is saying I need to go into Lobby B and investigate as everyone gets underway cleanly. So I might actually go do some investigating there. And this is Stuck Chuck, so I'm just gonna everything seems fine. So yes, I'm gonna exit the room and I'll be back momentarily. Tell them to wait for me.
I'll leave a message in there saying that we need Thunderpig.
I don't know.
Oh, just when I was chatting.
What, me just leaving when...
No.
when you were chatting?
I was just putting a message in the chat. And,
I see.
That's when they restarted it.
That's unfortunate. Alright. So, I'm now
Here we go.
entering lobby view.
Rascal investigates. Here we go.
Yeah, and Tay is not in here.
Tay's not in that lobby.
No. Yogurt's just joined this lobby. So I think everyone else, I mean, yeah.
Have they actually
looks to
started?
be... No, they've not started yet.
Okay, so Tetro Guy says no, Thunder Pig is not in this group. So we're going to have 13 people in this lobby.
Tay's not racing. That's really unfortunate, Tay. Especially because Tay did a time that was good enough to put him into the streamed lobby, so,
Yeah.
F's in chat.
I think
And,
Tay had this problem before when he was in here. He did have this sort of problem again.
Yeah, it sucks. And, we never like to see that, so, yeah, apologies, Tay. And I hope to see you back here. Back racing. Because clearly you had the pace to be in Lobby A today.
Oh, what else can we talk about before we get this race underway in 4 minutes? We've had some cooking, we've had Dr. Bunsen honeydew, we've had what? Chicken sarnies.
I was just chatting. I wasn't picking any topics. I was just sort of going with the flow. How's everyone's weekend been? Yeah, Sunday night.
Yeah,
so
Sunday's
as always, we host these streams on Sunday night. So weekend's winding down. Anybody got anything that they're looking forward to this week? There's Tay in chat says he's only had these issues with Law. Maybe Law is the problem.
Yeah, Law did have a bit of problems. He had the pit glitch. He had the pit glitch too, as well, in the qualifying as well, on 2 occasions.
And I know for a fact that Law lives in London, so that might be affecting his internet. I know that it affects mine. So that's a disadvantage, I guess. Living...
Yeah, I can imagine the internet being quite busy down in London. I would imagine so.
Yeah, I think wherever you go, Wi-Fi is just not going to be great. But it is what it is. Do you want to talk about the liveries?
Yeah, let's talk about the liveries then. So Charles in his traditional white with the Trinidad flag, the red and black.
I like it.
Yep.
White change looks amazing.
Kevlaro, black and yellow. Looks like a zoom up of a bee or something like that.
Looks a bit more like the Renault F1 colours.
Oh, Stephen, what's that? Oh, I thought Stephen went off. Oh no, it was Kofi. My bad. Kofi went off at 30s, I think that was. So he's in that Red Bull livery, which you said that was a loaned car from Kev, was it?
That's a loaned livery from Kev Meister. Although it's funny because it's the Red Bull.
Yeah.
It's the Red Bull logo, but it looks like the Mercedes colours.
Yeah. Yeah. It does look a bit off-putting.
Yeah, and you got Petronas on the car as well. So yeah, a bit of a crossbreed livery there.
And just to mention, he's not sponsoring. Well, his objective is not with Red Bull, isn't it?
So Kofi's objectives. Let me just... I've got it up here. Kofi. Why is this not in alphabetical order? God damn it. No, I don't actually see his... objective. Crow, the Bomber... Yep, I don't see Kofi anywhere on this list, so... Clearly this is an incomplete list. I don't know what Kofi's objectives are this week, but I'm sure that... the organisers do. They've just... Oh, see, Kofi didn't steal it, he made it himself. That's interesting, because I thought... I heard someone did steal a livery off Kev today. Maybe it's a different Red Bull... someone else who's in a Red Bull car. Race 1 starting.
Right, race 1 has started there. I was just about to say, we didn't mention steal. I thought we said loaned it, but... Oh well. Right, here we go then. We're getting ready for the first race. Finally!
Just before it begins, Bob is on the medium tyres, everybody else is on softs, from what I saw.
So here we go, the starting grid looks like this. It'll be Harlex from Inman, Stephen, PK, Charles, Kev, Kofi, Law, Kevlaro, Rito, Jerry, Techno and Bob. That is the 13 car, and obviously, of course, no Taylor Day. So this is the first race of two, 25-minute endurance race. They'll start getting to hang the engine notes. And there they go, the engine notes are rising, and it is lights out, and away we go. And Harlex was caught napping on the start. Inman's going to go to the lead before going into Paddock Bend, maybe. There's a little bit of contact between the two of them, but they're side by side through Paddock Hill. PK getting it sideways as well off turn one. Now up in towards Druids, the second gear, 50-mile-an-hour hairpin, and they're still side by side for the top two. Stephen now into third, single file he is. Double file for fourth and fifth for PK and Chucky. And then in sixth place is Kofi. But again, the top two is now side by side. They finally go into single file with Inman leading the way. PK runs right off Graham Hill. Further back though, that pink car of Jerry Bear trying to work his way through the pecking order. And Techno guy still in 12th, and Bob Liu down in 13th place. But and there we see Law making a pass on Kev, going down towards, I think that was Harewood Hill, I think that is. Oh no, that's Pilgrim's Drop, I think that is. Yeah, Pilgrim's Drop. Side by side now between Chucky and Kofi, 5th and 6th. But it looks like a relatively clean start. The top three have already pulled away.
Yeah, very clean start by everybody. Not something that we necessarily expected to see at Brands Hatch. Inman and Harlex already fighting for the lead, but Stephen is not far off them, and he is someone to watch out for. He picked Fidenza as a sponsor for this week, which means he thinks he can beat, well, he thinks he can beat Chile. Not Chile, Harlex. There's only one Raven West driver in this race today, and that is Harlex, who's currently running in second position.
So the first lap is completed, and Harlex trying to go around the outside of Paddock Hill. Inman's got that covered. Is he trying to go for the crisscross? No, he can't. So Inman still holds on to the lead, although Harlex is trying to find a way by Druid's. Not going to get that position yet. Still Stephen closely tucked in behind, and then they've got PK, who's nearly 1.5 seconds back, leading a gang of cars there. Looks like 5th and 6th have sort of pulled away a little bit, and it's Kev that's got that train with Law, Kevlaro, that'll be Rito, Jerry and Techno guy, and Bob Real just still strangling at the back. But as you said there, he's the only one to start the race on those medium tyres, so he will drop a little bit further back. But it still looks like the top three again as Harlex goes around the outside now. Not
Law making a move yet on Kev, and he's got it.
He's got it. Yep, up into 7th goes Law. So the recovery from that bad qualifying is starting. It's right on board there with Law.
We missed it, but Kofi got past Charles, so Kofi's now into 5th place. Charles, who started in 5th, he was as high as 4th at one point, but clearly getting caught out in some of that early, that first lap, those first lap shenanigans that we were seeing.
Riding on board again with Law, and he's making his way, trying to catch up to Charles, and it looks like he's got a bad fast car. Meanwhile, back up front again, Harlex pulls his way to the left side of the track, around the outside yet again. It didn't work last time. Can it work this time? Is he going to go for the crisscross yet again? No, Inman had that covered yet again. Now he protects it, parks his car in the middle, into Druids for the third time.
We've got some Kev on Kev action as Kevlaro makes his way past Kevmeister up into Druids. It was quite a clean move through Paddock Hill Bend as Kevmeister ran wide. And so yeah, that's Kevlaro up into 8th position.
Nearly getting it all wrong at Graham Hill too, but makes his way into that 8th place. I'm still curious to see if Harlex can find a way by Inman as they go down towards Pillman's Drop and then into Hawthorns. That'll be 10-5. He's trying to fake him out, I think, as Harlex. And let's see if Law is caught up there. So the gap now is like 1 second. So the gap has sprung up a bit. Oh, Kevlaro gets on the grass off of Hawthorns. Lost a teensy bit of time, but still stays ahead of Kevmeister, Jennifer and Reno.
Kev's looking for the inside into Sheen Curve, and he makes the move.
That's a brave pass there. Technical's got I think that's a half a second penalty, is it? Yes, it is. So he's got to burn it here off of Sterling's. He's got to burn it here, which indeed he does. But that was a nice pass from Kevmeister, passing the inside of Kevlaro at Sheen Curve, and that is usually not a place to overtake someone. So that was a brave pass on Kevmeister. Meanwhile, back up front, Inman and Harlech still. Those two with the class of the field in the first race. They're showing it again. Inman, the championship leader. Harlech 7th in the championship. And Stephen is still in that 3rd position. And the gap now with Kofi's now in the 4th, 1.6 seconds. And Law has now catch up to the back of PK. So I think Charles actually found a way. Charles found a way by PK.
So PK had a slow lap. He set the fastest lap on the race on the 2nd lap of a 26.3, but then his next lap was almost 2 seconds slower, so he must have missed it, but PK was in 4th position, now in 6th, under attack from Law.
So you've got a 3-car battle for the lead, a 4-car battle for 4th, and then it's anyone's guess from 8th on back, I reckon. Well, it's a 4-car battle for 8th, and then you've got Tetraguy.
Harlech is all over Inman's gearbox as he gets right. Coming out of Dingledale.
Now into Shane, fully committed through there. Back on board again, looking further back. I think someone's just gone off as well. I think PK's had another moment. PK must have went off at Shane. Let's have a look at a replay. I wonder if he did that the previous lap. That's how he must have lost that time maybe. So here's a replay at PK. Oh, he just clipped the grass before going into Sheen, and that's what upset the car. And then into 6th now goes Law.
And Kevmeister's got back past Kevlaro. This battle is far from over as they run up into Paddock Hill Bend.
Charles all over the back of Kofi. That's for 4th place. Kofi runs right at Druids. That gives an opportunity to Charles to go through and through into 4th over the side by side. But Kofi thinks better of it there and lets Charles have the position.
And all the while, you have the top 3 right on each other's gearbox. Stephen, I think Stephen's playing the long game here because he has a touch more fuel than the other. He's got a touch more fuel than the other two. Now, we don't expect that cars need to actually refuel to complete this race because it should be 17 or 18 laps, and drivers should be able to make it to the end on just that initial fuel. However, if you've got a bit more fuel, you can rough the car out.
Inman getting a little tank slapper going into Sterling, but he keeps on to the lead. Law all over the back of Kofi now. PK's falling into the clutches of the battle with Kevlaro, and I think that's Jerry Bear. No, sorry, that's Reno. And Jerry Bear sort of lost a little bit of ground too on that battle. He's now closely followed by Tetraguy, and Bob Reel just having his own race there in 13th place.
I was a bit worried about Techno Guy there. He's ran very wide coming out of clearways. And he gets wide at Paddock Hill Bend as well. That's not going to help his cause whatsoever.
Yeah, must have not lost too much time on Jerry just ahead.
Yeah, I just know that where Techno Guy ran wide, I've done that in the past, and it's spun my car around completely. So maybe Techno's a more skilled driver than I am, but yeah, it was a risky moment for him.
Looking again here at Inman, he's still racing on the pad, isn't he? And his Techno Guy also on the pad.
I'm not so sure because his wheel arrived quite recently. So Inman, I'm not sure if he's made the switch for this race onto the T150, his new rig. But his tyre wear doesn't look. His tyres don't look that much worse than Harlech's.
Compared to Tetraguy's nearly halfway through. Whereas looking at Kofi trying to defend his 5th place from Law. Not going to get it by just yet. Makes a nice line on Clark Kev, and then onto the Brabham Straight goes Kofi and Law. So Law started in 8th place. He's already gained 2 places.
Yeah, but he's 5 seconds off the lead, which is where Harlech is. So if he wants to complete his objective, he needs to make up that 5 seconds in the remaining 16 minutes of this race, which should come down to around about 12 laps, 11 or 12 laps.
Riding aboard then with Kevmeister, Kevlaro just behind the Italian. Oh, Kev! Whoa! That was a nice save. Kim Kardashian right there off of Graham Hill. That was a nice save from Kev.
That's your new favourite phrase now, isn't it, Savvy?
I know she's got a big bottom and she can shake it quite roughly or vigorously, but that was quite a vigorous shake. And look how close Kevlaudo was under the brakes. And look at Reno. That might be an opportunity for Reno to make a pass, going in towards Dingle Dell, and no, sticks in behind. And Jennifer just within touch of that battle. Yeah, Kev a little bit tentative there through Sheen. But still keeps holding on to that 8th position. Uses all of the track on the exit in turn 8. Inman's pitting. That's an early pit stop there, I reckon.
So now we'll have an indication of how much a pit stop is going to set you back. So there goes Charles. There go Kofi and Law.
About 6 seconds.
Inman, yeah.
6.5 seconds. But that was actually quite early. He may have pitted a bit too early. As I'm seeing there, that's Reno making a pass on Kevlaudo. So I think someone else pitted. I think that'd be Kevmeister. Kevmeister may have pitted too. So Reno's gained up into 7th. But I think Inman may have pitted in a bit too early for my liking, because he's got 14 minutes to race on those tyres. I would have reckoned he should have made the pit stop with about halfway in this race.
Well, and see, the thing is, he's also come out with this traffic ahead of him that is exactly what he didn't want, and Law wants to make a move on Kofi. Kofi defends the inside, Law's going to go to the outside.
He could be used as a pick here as Law.
Oh, and Kofi runs right, and they both run right!
There was a bit of contact, I think. There was some contact on Inman from Kofi, but I don't think that was Inman's fault. He was just going for the opportunistic move, but he's through. Now he's got some clean air on Charles in 3rd position.
It still would have cost him time, though. Even though he got past them quickly, it's still not ideal to go into Hawthorne doing that as Hallex and Steven both stay out.
Yeah, I reckon they could do another lap. I think they could do another lap and then they'll come into the pit lane. So Inman may come out as the lead, however, Kofi makes his pit stop as well as Law. So I think, from my reckoning, Inman will still come out as the leader, however, he will have a lap more worn tyres than the likes of Hallex and Steven and Charles that are ahead of him. So this race might not be over just yet. I mean, he is gaining on Hallex, he's already gained half a second, but
okay,
he's got
Kofi's come out on the medium tyre. Kofi is on the mediums. What is Law on? Law is on the softs, and he's right behind PKMZ.
There he
I think
is.
Kofi refueled it. I think Kofi refueled a bit as well. So he's not looking to fuel save.
He must have refueled because Kofi was ahead of Law, and now the gap is 4 seconds. So he must have refueled. So too may have Kevmeister as well. Kevmeister's down to 12.
I'm just gonna check the tire regulations because I
don't think it counts in the first race. I don't think it counts in the first race.
I was under the impression that that it was just softs all the way.
No, I think it was Was it I think it was either medium or hards that was all the way. I think it was the hard tyres. Anyway, Hallex and Steven may come in. Indeed they do. So Inman will have the lead. In fact, Chucky must have made a mistake. Chucky may have made a mistake. Yeah, because Inman went by Charles, so I think Charles may have made a mistake possibly at Sheen.
We're seeing how powerful that undercut is with Inman now 1.5 seconds ahead of Hallex in second place with Steven. Now, Steven's dropped off the back of Hallex and he was on Hallex's gearbox before, so I wonder what happened to Steven. Did he refuel the car slightly?
He must have fueled as well, but I think he's going to push the car so he knows he doesn't need to fuel save. So watch out for Steven. He could be, catch up to Hallex. I mean, even though the gap is Inman to Hallex is 1.5 seconds, but don't forget Inman has got 2 laps warmer tyres than Hallex, so he'll probably catch Inman very soon. It's just up to Steven because 3 seconds is quite a lot. They got PK in 4th, Law in 5th, Charles down to 6th, Kofi 7th, who's holding that battle with Reno and Kevlaro, and then in 10th place is Tetra Guy, Kevmeister in 11th, Jenny Bear in 12th, and Bob Real, who's now onto the soft tyres now in 13th. Whew. Fastest lap of the race goes to Inman, 1:25.589, so he's definitely pushing, But he's got to be careful he doesn't want to push too much, because then that soft tyres will be worn a lot quicker than you think, even though the tyre wear is at times 10. He goes quicker again. He's setting Peppo again.
Law just did a little weave on the back straight in front of Charles, and yeah, I wonder about that. But it all seems fine now as they go into Paddock Hill Bend. Is Charles going to send one up the inside going into... He looks for it. He certainly looks for it. Law makes a late defence.
Just see Kevlaro passing Reno. That'll be for 8th place. Kofi Juicy just ahead. Techno Guy's actually catching up to the pair of them. Started 13th up to 10th, so good effort this from Techno. I think he's also sitting 6th in the championship as Kev gets Graham Hill wrong. Gap is slowly coming down now, 1.3 seconds with less than 10 minutes to go. So Alex has got 1.3 to catch up to Inman. And then let's see how far back Stephen is, 3.2. So he's gained a little bit on Harlex, not that much though. However, they are 6 seconds ahead of PK, who's holding this traffic with Charles and Law. And Law's trying to find a way by. Let's ride on board then with PK through Sheen.
And the two behind have a lot more fuel than PK. So PK is going to have to, for sure, refuel if he wants to make it to the end of this race. Charles.
Yeah, no, and Law shuts the door. He is like, you're not getting by me that way.
We saw how good Law's defense was in at Spa against Inman, and it's PK. Yeah, PK just seems to let him through.
Yeah, he just didn't want to he didn't want to try and defend that position. So through now he wants to defend it from Charles. Although PK wants 4th place back, and he does. PK's back through, and Charles is through now.
Wow! Oh, as Charles runs into the back of PK a little bit there, and Law's going to get the run on him.
Oh,
going
PK
into
set
the
that run. And Law's back through.
These three are shuffling more than shuffling order more than a dealer at a casino right now. As Law is going to look to the inside going into Hawthorne.
He's got it. That's a fast right-hander too, and he's through. And Charles wants a piece of it in all. He wants to get by a Dingle Dell. Oh, side by side, and pushes PK off into the grapple. Holds on to him. Did he push him off, or was there contact? I don't know. Let's see a replay of that, if there was some contact. Let's see. Yeah, there was a little bit of contact. Not that much, though. So Law and Charles up to 4th and 5th, and I think PK, that battle now is probably gone. He's going to have to save a lot of fuel. In fact, he's coming in. PK's gone in. So the gap is then less than a second now from Harlex to Inman with 7 minutes to go, and Stephen's still 3.2 back of Harlex. Now Law has freed himself of that battle with PK. It's now already 9.4 seconds adrift of Stephen in 3rd. So that sponsor objective there from Law is probably not worked because he's still behind Harlex.
So his second sponsor was eBay Motors, and I believe he has to get top 5 in lobby 1 in order to.
He's got
so
one.
So he should be. Yeah, so currently sitting in 4th place, he is fulfilling that sponsorship objective. He will get the prize money associated with that, but he will not. He's not beating Harlex. He's not beating Ravensport. So for Zenza, that sponsor's going to be unhappy, and they're not going to pay him for that. I think a driver to watch out for right now is Stephen. He is quicker than both Harlex and Inman. The gap to the lead down under 4 seconds.
It's still 3 points. Well, I mean, I was saying that Harlex is closing up on Inman. That's why Stephen's catching.
But if they start fighting, then Stephen has more fuel than the pair of them. He's running quicker than the pair of them. You know, we still got 6 minutes to go. That should be, well, I think it'd be 5 laps to go.
Stephen's hit the fastest lap of the race too, on lap 11. Yeah. We're just past 6 minutes to go in this 25-minute endurance race. Inman still leads, but he's under pressure now from Harlex, and then Stephen is also there too. Reno and I think someone else. I just saw Reno went up into 8th. I don't know what has happened. Is that PK? PK's come out in 10th. Just ahead of Jenny Bell.
It's probably some of the pit stops shuffling the order a bit.
Yes, Techno Guy, Techno Guy pitted.
But Reno having a solid race up there in 8th place.
Techno getting Paddock Hill wrong. And he's battling with Bob Reel for 12th and 13th. Don't forget the second race will be a reverse grid, so Bob Reel, if things standard as it is, he will start on the pole for the automatic rolling start, and Techno Guy will start second in that. But meanwhile, the gap is now less than a tenth between him and Alex with 5 minutes to go. Oh, Inman runs right! Inman runs right at Sterling's. Now for side by side. Inman holds it off. Let's ride on board with Alex then. Looking at Inman just ahead. And the gap has come down now from Alex and Stephen, 2.3 seconds. So we're going to have a 3-car scrap for the win with less than 5 minutes.
Stephen was a second faster.
He's gone for the undercut. He's got the overlap. No, he hasn't. Oh, that's definitely a warning shot there, because Inman's got to be careful, because if he leaves the inside open, Alex will go for it.
This is going to be the two of us streaming the battle for first and second between Inman and Alex all season long, isn't it? We were talking about these two at Sardegna, and yet again, 4 minutes to go. I think that's going to work out at 3 or 4 laps. These two, nose to tail, fighting for the lead. Alex, can he get the run on Inman going into the long right-hander of Hawthorne? No. But then Stephen's closing up.
He gets a great run. Inman braked in mid-corner.
But Stephen's catching them every single corner. He's now only 1.7 seconds off the lead. Make that 1.6.
Oh, God, I thought he was going to pass it. Shade! Inman quite early on the brakes than what Alex usually does. Now into the Sterlings. We're going to have roughly about 3 laps of racing to go. Has he got a run this time? Puts 2 wheels on the grass. Needs to be careful, because that's what he spun there in that Season 4 race when he was battling with Alex Rogers.
Another battle on track to talk about is Law versus Charles. So they were battling last week quite heavily for the final few laps at Sardegna.
Inman!
Yeah, Law wasn't... I will, because Law wasn't too happy with me. He told me afterwards that, you know, we didn't show all the good action between those two. So I'll try to keep tabs on that battle going into the final 3 laps as Law defends heavily going into turrets. Excuse me.
Oh, I think that went down the wrong windpipe, did it?
Yeah, just a little bit. Charles runs very wide coming out of Graham Hill Bend. It's going to compromise him, but if he can get a good run coming out of Surtees onto the back straight, you can potentially think about making a move.
Oh, this might be the chance. No, Inman still holds on, and now Stephen is 6 tenths behind Alex. Oh, is he going to run this time? On the inside, little bit of touching. Oh, this is quite tense here. I think you need to get away from that battle with Lord and Charles, because the top 3 are close together now, less than a second, with 2 minutes to go.
I'm sure Law will understand, because this is now a 3-car scrap for the win. It is not just the Inman and Alex show. Stephen is saying, I'm here, and I'm want to win
Don't
this.
forget about me. Don't forget about Stephen. So then this will be 2 more laps to go. Alex again around the outside of Paddock Hill. Late on the brakes as he could, but no, Inman gets it covered. Now will he go for the overlap? Will he go for the overlap? He might have it here going into Druids. Inman's left the door a bit wide open. Side by side through turn 2 with Druids, and Alex is through. Oh, is he? But Inman's got the inside of Graham Hill. And Inman holds on to the lead. And watch out for Stephen. Oh, dearie me. Now when Alex has got the inside into the Cooper Street, into Surtees, they're bumping and leaning and bashing on one another. Still side by side. Make a free abreast.
He could get a mega run on
he's on the grass. Stephen was on the grass then. Make a free abreast, Stephen. Go on, make a free abreast. No, he's at the second. Alex down to third now.
And Stephen has more fuel than Inman, so he's past Alex, and now he's looking for the lead. He can rev his car a lot more freely than Inman, who's having to manage his car for the final couple of laps. He's really got nothing left in the tank here. I wondered if Stephen bump shafted Inman a bit as he was
Stephen! Deary me, that was close. He nearly lost it. And back in the second lap goes Alex. This race is not over. 20 seconds to go.
Inman will be loving this. He's given him a reprieve. He's now half a second ahead. But
the gap's coming
the gap
down.
is coming down.
In the slipstream.
Gap's
Last lap
down.
now. Last lap now.
Alex is running out of time though. They both are. Inman is almost home. Can he see it through? But he does not have much fuel left. He's running on fumes.
Kofi's coming across the line. He's going to finish the line in the 6th place, head of the battle with Kevlaro. And PK did well there to finish in 8th. Rita will finish in 9th. Jenny Bear 10th. Kevmeister in 11th. It's just spun it there going into the Clark Kev. And it's lost that 11th place to Techno. So Techno gets 11th. Kev gets 12th. And Bob Neal 13th. But the battle is for the win. For free with a few corners to go now. Inman heavily defending his win here at this moment. In towards that is Hawthorne for the last time in race 1. Parks his car in the middle. It dingled down.
But Alex can get the run here, and he might, if he's desperate enough, he will look for a move going into Sheen as Steven is trying to find any gap, but the track is so narrow.
He's on the grass! He's on the grass! And still holds on to it. Oh, and he's pushed out and he's gone off, and Steven's through into the lead. Oh no! What happened here? Let's have a look. I think Harlix may have got into Inman. I think Harlix and I got into Inman, and Harlix got into.
It was Inman who ran wide coming out of Sheen Curve.
Steven gets the
possibly
win
because of a nudge from Harlix, and then Inman came back on track and didn't brake in time for the left-hander at Sterling's.
I'm having a look at a replay. Right, on board with Harlix. Was there contact with Inman? He was on the brakes and he was pushing.
There must have been contact. Congratulations to Steven. What a result for him to win the race.
Wow.
So Harlix. Wow.
I mean, well, what can you say there? I mean, that was a bit. I mean, definitely that will go to the stewards there with that. It will be interesting to see what will happen there with Harlix and Inman. But it looks like to me Harlix did get into Inman, and Inman was on the brakes going into towards Sheen. And I don't know if Harlix was on the brakes too. I was just looking at it. But
wow.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting for the stewards to take note of that.
I need some fresh air after that one. And we have a reverse grid race coming up. If that was carnage, what's this one going to be like?
I really don't know. I think Inman actually got a penalty from that moment. So he ended up being in 5th place. But anyway, Steven gets the win. Law somehow got 2nd place. So his objective of beating Harlix actually worked. So Harlix finished 3rd. Charles gets 4th. Inman, been leading the whole entire race, gets 5th place. Kofi 6th, Kevlaro 7th, PK 8th, Reno 9th, Jenny Bear 10th, Tenno 11th, Kepmeister 12th, and 13th place is Bob Reel. But what is it with these Megane cars around Brands Hatch that makes it so exciting?
It's Brands Hatch. Maybe it's the cars as well. But yeah, Brands Hatch. Narrow track. You make a slight mistake, you're in the grass, you're in the gravel. We're seeing drivers who don't know the meaning of the word compromise going at it hammer and tongs, and yeah, sometimes it ends up boiling over.
Oh, dearie.
Law, I have to say, Law with the 200 IQ strap there of picking that sponsor, knowing that Inman and Harlix were going to take each other out on the final lap. Full credit there, sir.
Maybe you should ask him to pick your lottery numbers.
Oh, I need all the help I can get.
Deary me, what a first race. And we've only got one race to go.
Yeah.
We need to save our throats. I think I've already lost mine. By Jove.
I'm already tired. The F1 today, I was recovering from the F1 going into this race, because I had just watched the highlights of that manic race in Turkey. And, yeah, clearly, you boys in ARC. You don't want me to have a nice, easy race to commentate on. You want, yeah, Savvy and I shouting over each other at the end there.
Oh man!
Completely unable to comprehend what was going on. Just carnage. But Stephen, he was there. We said look out for Stephen. He's got the pace, and he hung on to the lead pair. And took advantage when they drove.
They messed up. But again, it was just when I was on board with Harlix, Inman was on the brakes going into a Sheen curve, and I don't know if Harlix was sort of on the brakes as well. And then he did get into him. There was contact. He did get into the back of him. So
I think it's going to be interesting to go through that one again. I think Harlix. He's not going to be in the steward's good books with that little tap going into Sheen curve. It's a corner where you need full commitment and you use all of the track. You go off, it's curtains. So,
but another problem.
Inman then went onto the grass.
Yeah,
and
Inman went on the grass.
Was Inman then responsible for pushing Harlix off at Sterling's following Sheen curve? You know.
I think the problem with that is once you get two wheels on the grass, it's impossible to brake. You lose control, and you can't. You try and put the brakes on, but it's pretty much like aquaplaning. Yeah, you aquaplane too. And then what else happened was Stephen got into the back of Harlix as well, and that's what made him go off at Sterling's as well with Inman. So yeah, that's gonna be.
I want to watch that replay again. I'm sure you guys in chat can just rewind to the point where the action happened, but yeah, I'm gonna need to see that from again to have another opinion on it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't want to call on it because I'm not a steward, but from my record, I thought Nugget got into Inman.
We'll have to look at it after the race, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right. Savvy. Big question here. Who is your pick for race 2?
Well, usually we
it's
had
a reverse
Dan's
grid, remember?
Yeah, it's a reverse grid. I mean, I've seen when Dan's was competing in this, whenever he'd win the first race, he'd start at the back of the grid and still win it. I still think Inman's got to have some redemption here because he's going to start further up than Stephen and the Harlix. I'd still reckon Inman might win this because he's going to drive a lot of anger now after that first race because he dominated the first. He dominated race 1, pure and simple. As PK does his drifting again.
I hope he doesn't drive angry. I hope he gets it all out.
He's got a chandler. He's got a chandler.
And chandle it. Chandle it.
Yeah, chandle.
Do you mean channel it? He's got to channel his anger.
Well, there's a Savoyism.
What the hell does chandle mean?
That's a.
Is he going to chandelier it?
I don't know. I remember watching a touring car race, and the commentator said he's got a chandelier. There's a Savoyism.
That's the first I've ever heard of that one. That's another one for the Savvy's dictionary there.
There's a Savvyism. But yeah, if Inman's going to drive a lot of rage now. I think he's going to just try and not barge his way through, but make his way past the cars because he'll be fuming after that race.
He's got to calm down.
And
you're not going to be quick if you're driving angry, I think. Brands Hatch, if you make a mistake, you're off. So it's one of those tracks where you have to be calm. If you're angry and it puts you off even slightly, then you're in the kitty litter, as you like to call it, right?
Yeah, the kitty litter, yeah. Or the sandcastle. So race 2 is starting now.
I'm learning all about your phrases.
So the final's going to begin in 4 seconds. It will be a reverse grid from the results from race 1. So that'll be Bob, Rio on the pole, followed by Kev. Then it will be Techno. Then it will be Jerry. Then it will be Rito, I think. Is it Rito in 5th?
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Yeah, Rito, PK, Kev, Laro, Kofi, Inman, Charles, Hallex, Law, and Stephen. Whew, another 25 minutes of this. A few drivers will start on the mediums. I'm just checking to see. Bob's starting on mediums, Kev's on softs, Techno's on softs, Jerry's on softs, Rito's on mediums, so too is PK, Kev Laro's on softs, Kofi's on mediums, Inman's on mediums, Charles on mediums, Hallex on mediums,
so
Law's on mediums, and Stephen's on softs. This is when you can change the tyre compounds now.
Yeah, so you need to use 2 different sets, different tyre compounds in this race, and you need to complete 1 full flying lap on each set in order for it to be valid.
Oh,
as Kev gets very wide, and Techno is going to take the opportunity to get a run on him.
Yeah, Kev getting Druid's messed up, but holds on to the 2nd place. Oh, and makes one's ride at Graham Hill. Still holding on to that 2nd place, but it's still Bob Reel sliding his way towards 30s for the first time in the reverse grid order. Jerry Bell looking quite racy in that 4th place, looking at Terra Guy. Very colourful rear ring too.
Stephen has started on the soft tyre here, and he's in last. So does he think is he going to try and scythe his way through the pack? I mean, he's going to have to if he has any chance of winning. He gets a bit of a run on Law here, but yeah, they're already losing touch of the guys ahead of them.
Still plenty of
Kev
time.
is right on the gearbox of Bob. As Bob runs a little bit wide, Kev's going to have a run on him. This is for the race lead going into the final corner, which is Clearways.
And he's through around the outside. Nice pass there from Kev. Top 4 nose to tail then. Less than 8 tenths separated the top 4. Reno in 5th. Then PK 6th, Kev Laro 7th, Kofi in 8th. Back to Stephen. No improvement just yet, but Law, I think Law started on the medium tyres. So Law in 12th, Stephen in 13th. Stephen's got to go. If he's on those soft tyres, he's got to go. He's got to get by Law as soon as he can. Inman up down to 9th as Kofi is trying to defend that 8th place from Inman. And there, oh, and look, behind Charles is there too, and behind him is Hallex. I wonder what Inman and Hallex are going to do. Inman makes a look on the inside of Cooper. That's not Cooper, that's Surtees, my apologies.
So there's a little gap between Kevlaro and Kofi, and that's because Kevlaro and pretty much every driver ahead of him, except for Bob, is on the soft tyres. Kofi is the first runner on the mediums. He's defending from Inman going into...
Oh, Bob's gone off. Bob went off at Hawthorne.
Bob.
Bob's gone on a little bit wide, and he's going to be clotheslined now, down to 7th place.
Oh no, Bob.
And Jerry Bear's down to 2nd place. Jerry's looking quite good in those soft tyres.
But Kev is making a break for it. He's already got a 2.2 second gap to Jerry, and he's got all of these cars between him and the fast boys behind.
Bob's gone off again. This time it's Sterling's. Meanwhile, Inman and Charles are battling for 9th and 10th respectively.
Kofi's got past Bob on the pit straight.
Yeah, Bob is struggling on those medium tyres. He's lost a lot of momentum.
Oh, Hallex is looking for a move on Charles.
Paddock Hill, and nearly get by
and
Inman.
Inman goes
in contact! Oh, and Bob! Oh,
and
Inman's gone! Is he gone? Is Inman gone?
Yeah, he's off. He's off.
He's off. Yes. Oh,
no. They're 3 wide. They're 3 wide.
What happened here? I'm having a replay. He oversteered. Oh, that's hard to tell. That's really hard to tell what actually happened. We need to check another replay here.
So I think he oversteered. He understeered into Bob.
Oh, he got into Bob.
A little bit, and then
it just tank slapped. He just lost it. Yeah, no, Hallex didn't make contact with him.
And Law has made his way up from 12th place into 9th place through all of that, so good job there. Very opportunistic move. Stephen now up into 11th, ahead of Bob. Yeah,
so
if they're
Law...
battling this much, Kev is streaking away up front. He's got a 2.7 second gap to Jerry Bear behind. He set the fastest lap of the race on that last lap, 26.3. So Kev, is he the favourite for this race now, would you say?
Well, you never know. I mean, I was going to say Inman might be the favourite, but we were talking about how his anger was and he has to channel it. But, yeah, I wouldn't be one to interview an Inman after this race, I can guarantee you that.
Well, maybe Inman needs to stop trying to channel it and start trying to channel it.
Maybe. Jerry's still doing a good job holding on to that second place. Potato Guy and Reno. And then Kev Laudo running Graham Hill a little wide. So to the PK in the process. But they've got to be careful because Kev, PK and Kofi is coming up to this battle for the second place.
So the first runner on the medium tyre right now is PKMZ in 6th place. He is 5.3 seconds off the lead, just behind Kevlaro, who's on the soft tyre. So I think Kevlaro is almost pulling PK around a little bit, saying, you know, he's a bit more top speed. Kevlaro gets very wide, running out of Dingledell.
That is Dingledell, yeah. But you were saying about Kev Meister being the favourite to win. Don't forget, Kev started on the softs, and as you see, PK's in 6th. He is within that distance of when you make the pit stop, he'll come out ahead of Kev, because don't forget, PK will be on the soft tyres, and Kev will be on the medium tyres. So PK could be a threat to win this.
But then you talk about PK there. Kofi's, 8/10 off of PK and closing. So Kofi, also on that medium tyre, is on a mission. And then Harlix is right behind them as well, and we know how quick Harlix is. He'll also be quite unhappy about the way race 1 turned out. Not just Inman. So Harlix with a bit of a point to prove here.
Definitely not Stephen.
I'm still surprised about Stephen's decision to start on that soft tyre, because he is held up behind Law.
Yeah,
he's running 26.
Oh,
as he goes into Law a little bit there.
Yeah, he did, and went back. Charles sideways off of Surtees. Now I want to see where Inman is. He's 1.8 back of Bob in 12th. So the pole sitter now down in 12th, and Inman is caught up in a hurry.
Oh, Jerry has dropped Techno and Reno.
And then look at Kevlaro.
All over the back of Reno, looking for that 4th position. PK with the best seat in the house right now.
Heck, I wouldn't say PK, I would say Harlix there in 8th place, because he's there too. So through they go towards clear racing to clock for the 5th time, 17 minutes to go. Kev Meister, the lead now up to 4.3 seconds. Jerry Bear in 2nd, Terraguy 3rd, Reno 4th, Kevlaro 5th, PK 6th, Kofi in 7th, and Harlix bringing out to 8th. And then it is Law, who's defending 9th place from Stephen in that 10th place. Charles in 11th. 12th is now Inman.
Harlix looks to the outside of Kofi, going into Druids. Can he make the move? No. Settles in behind. I just wanted to point out earlier, there is 2 seconds covering Techno Guy in 3rd place and Harlix in 8th, as Harlix looks to the inside of Kofi.
He's got an undercut. He's going for the undercut here, and a little bit of bump, and he's hit him. There was more contact.
And Kofi's off the track.
He's let Kofi by because of it.
I'm not sure he needed to. I think. Oh, Kofi weaves a little bit though. All right.
Maybe just weave to get rid of the dirt tires off him. Now Harlix goes through this time, and this time that pass was a lot cleaner.
Oh, PK's
on the grass. PK's hit the grass. Still holds on to it though. Starting to lose touch of Kevlaro just ahead, and I think Stephen and Laura have caught up now to Kofi.
So for once, it's all of the guys we usually see running up front. They're the ones who are caught battling, making mistakes. And Kevmeister has a 5.3 second advantage over Jerry Bear in second place. He's not waiting for anybody.
Reno's having a look at the inside of paddock. Kill nearly slides into Jerry Bear, but up into P3 goes Reno now. So Techno Guy's down to 4th.
I think he made a move on. Yeah, made a move on Techno, and Kevlaro fancies his chances of going into Druids.
Nearly contact at turn 2. He might get 2 and 1. Does Kevlaro? Reno's gonna have the inside over Graham Hill. Gets into Kevlaro nearly.
Oh, there's a bit of contact between Techno and Kevlaro.
That's what Predjay's saying. Speaking of touring cars, we might as well just race with these cars.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Give us Brands Hatch every week. Reverse grid. Same effect.
10 minutes and nearly done. Kev just literally checked out. Nearly 6 seconds he has. He's got to be pitting within another couple of minutes, I reckon, to go onto those medium tyres. Then Jerry Bear, 6 seconds down the road. Reno was starting to catch up on Jerry Bear. Then it's anyone's guess for 4th place. Ahead of Kevlaro leading the way. Then it will be Tether Guy starting to hold up PK in 6th. And Harlex all over the back of PK.
Yeah, he just gave him a little flash of the lights there to say, I'm here. Oh, do you know, Savi, you know what it was? I think PK is the one who's running a replica livery of one of Kev's. Speaking of Kev, Kev's just gone into the pit lane.
Oh, and I think PK's going in as well. I think, yeah, PK's going in.
And
here we go. Kofi.
Kev comes out just ahead of Jerry, but he just keeps the lead. Oh, that was close.
Oh, but he's on soft, so I think this. I don't think. Okay, I don't know. Again, with the sponsor thingies, I don't have a chuffing clue. I thought you could change these tyres, but I don't know. What do I know?
I think he's saving his medium stint for right at the very end. He just wants to build a big gap right now. He doesn't want to be behind anybody. Yeah, he's going to be two-stopping for sure. He needs to use another. He still needs to use either the mediums or the hards and do a flying lap. As he, halfway 40 seconds into the lap, he's already pulled out 1.5 seconds on Jerry, who defends Reno.
Reno is flying. He is all over the back of Jerry Bear as they're going towards Hawthorne Bend, now into Westfield.
And he gets through.
And he's
Reno
through.
up in second, and he's on the medium tyre as well.
Kevlaro, look at him go. Maybe Reno could be a dark horse here to win this. Jerry!
Oh!
Hold on there. He's got to hold on to that third place. But then Kevlaro does the crisscross and through into third now.
Harlex is going to go through. Harlex is also through. And Jerry's seen enough. He's had enough of these soft tyres. He's gone for the pits.
Someone was saying there, RCB saying, what group of car would you use for the BTCC?
I think RCB is the Baldy one.
Oh, it is the Baldy one, of course it is, yeah.
And
Stephen, side by side, I think that is with Kofi and up into P5. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, it's fine. I think I'm still thinking about it. I think we'll have to hold that thought until the end of the race because there's so much action happening. Harlex all over the back of Kevlaro for that third spot.
Oh, he got into the grass, I think. Just held on to it.
Is he going to get a run on this back straight?
He's got a run. Going underneath the bridge. This is where Johnny Herb had that massive accident in the Formula 3000 accident in 1989, down towards Pilgrim's Drop. Kevlaro sticking it on the inside. He's going for the crisscross. Oh, we thought about it. Did Harlex.
And now Stephen's going to join the party.
And Stephen on those soft tyres.
Yeah.
Those one set of soft tyres. He may have to pit this time.
Oh, they don't actually look too bad, Savvy. They look around about in the same shape as Harlex. Yeah, the left rear isn't in amazing shape right now, but he's still keeping pace with Harlex and Kevlaro, and he's now on their gearbox. Is he going to go for the undercut now? Or is he going to...
he stays out. He stays out and doesn't have a lap. As Harlex looks to the inside on the Blabham Straight on Kevlaro, side by side across the start-finish line, and up into third goes Kevlaro.
Kev sets another fast lap, a 26 flat. He's absolutely flying up front.
That's about 8 tenths slower than what the fast lap in race 1 was.
We don't. Kev won't mind that. He's 5.5 seconds ahead of Reno in second. And yeah, this is a fantastic drive from Kev. And yeah, full credit. It looks like, you know, he's in a different class right now to the rest of the field. He's in a different race.
Looking here then in Inman's recovery, now into 11th place as Jerry Bear goes sideways into Surtees. And has Inman got the move? Towards the outside, the Pilgrims drop down the hill. I think he may have an overlap. He's trying to lean on Jerry Bear. And up into 10th now goes Inman. So the recovery is still going on for Inman.
And Charles is closing on Jerry as well. So Jerry on that medium tire doesn't fancy it so much. We know about the pace difference between the softs and the mediums. And we're seeing it here. Charles, in the space of 3 corners, has closed onto Jerry Bear's gearbox. Is he going to get a run on Jerry?
I think Kevlaro must have done a mistake. He's down in 7th place because I noticed he was ahead of Stephen. So Kevlaro must have made a mistake on the lap. So Stephen's into P3. Inman sets the fastest lap now, 1:25.829. But again, Stephen stays out and does another lap. We've got less than 10 minutes to go. Kev still 8.3 seconds advantage he has over Harlix, and then Stephen in 3rd, 8.9 off the lead, and PK, who is now on the soft tyres, who has made his pit stop, is in 4th place. Kofi with a worn set of medium tyres is in 5th position, and Law and Tedragai nearly gets the job done there. It's the Surtees in 7th place, and Reno's just come out of the pits in 8th.
So Harlix, Stephen, PK, they've all kind of made their way to the top of the order, and they can now start chasing Kev. The problem is they've only got 9 minutes left, and Kev doesn't look like he's slowing down. He's set at 25.8 on that last lap, only 7 thousandths of a second slower than Inman's fastest lap. So Kev right on the pace, and yeah, he's got a healthy gap to Harlix behind. It looks like his race loses. He sets another 25, so really consistent.
He's in the groove.
Fast lap times from Kev. He is in the groove.
I think Stephen's making his pit stop. Stephen's in the pits. Harlix sets out and does another lap. So to just Kofi, he's in.
Yeah, so Harlix is still on the mediums that he started the race on, compared to. And
he's not pitted yet too, and he's saved a lot of fuel.
So he's only 8 seconds ahead of Inman. Is that going to be enough time for him to do a pit stop and come out ahead? I am not so sure. Possibly. We saw Kev. Yeah, in fact, Kev was 6 seconds ahead of Jerry, and he just about came out ahead. So I think 6 seconds is the pit stop delta around here. So Harlix is probably going to come out in the region of Techno Guy once he makes his pit stop.
Just saw Kofi, yes, drifting his way in Graham Hill. Now we're down there in the 12th place, but he is now on the soft tyres, and he's trying to catch up to Jerry Bear, who is on the medium tyres. He's actually giving Kevlaro a good run for this money. Down Pilgrim's drop, now in towards turn 5. Kevlaro fully committed on now. He's got the left indicator on. Is he saying to Jerry Bear, pass me on the left? I don't know. Riding on board again now with Jerry Bear. Kevlaro nearly sticks a couple of wheels on the gravel. Well, Stephen came out there in 9th place.
We missed it, but Charles set the fastest lap.
Kevlaro's off! Kevlaro's off at Sheen. And into 10th now goes Jerry with that very colourful looking rear ring that he has.
It looks It looks like Kevlaro showed Inman how it's done there in terms of rejoining the track once you go off of Sheen. No harm done there.
Oh, he's going to come out right in this battle. Oh, he's going to come out just ahead of Inman. Oh, they're still going to have some argy-bargy. Oh, careful. Don't make contact, guys. Come on. Forget race 1. Oh,
and Inman's going to use Reno to go around the outside of both of them, but Reno shuts the door. And Harlix keeps his 6th place.
Oh, I thought it was contact. Oh,
there's more contact with Inman.
Look at Charles, look at Charles!
Charles! 3 wide! Oh, and Charles backs out.
Now was that... Oh, did Inman try and push Harlix out wide? I want to see that again. So Harlix was a little bit off. It's on the Cooper Street now. And then here comes Inman. Oh, was that an intent of saying that of the race 1?
I'm not sure, but these boys are nose to tail from Reno in 4th to Charles in 8th. Should I say Stephen in 9th? He's only half a second behind Charles. This could be... Is it a 6-car scrap for 4th place?
It is. It is. Definitely is. And the problem now with Stephen is he's now onto the medium tyres, so he's on the slower tyres. Well, his Harlex and that is he's trying to make a way around the outside of Inman. PK makes his...
He's got fresh mediums though. He's got fresh mediums though, so you know, compared to someone like Techno Guy who's fighting this on worn softs, as he runs a little bit wide and Inman runs
Stephen's off! Stephen's off! Stephen's off! Stephen's lost it there big time in the paddock hill.
Did he just lose it on his own?
He lost it. He just clipped the grass going into the corner, and around she goes. So Stephen's challenge for a good result is over. Down in 11th now.
The race one.
Oh, Charles is off now. Charles has gone off too. What's happening here? Here's another replay. They're 3 abreast in the middle of Druids. Makes contact with Inman. Harlex has gone through, and Inman just sideswipes him, and around goes Charles. I tell you what, there's going to be some
the action's not over. The action's not over as Harlex tries to go around the outside of Techno Guy.
And he's got him. He's got it, has he?
Yes, he's got it.
Yes, he does.
What a move.
And Inman wants a piece of it too. It's right on board. Oh my God, he was so close making contact with Techno.
Oh, and Techno runs Inman off again at Sheen Curve.
Oh, and he spun it. He spun it.
Oh, Inman.
Here we go again. So, into Sheen Curve. It's not really an overtaking opportunity, isn't it? I just heard that Techno did hit the curb and must have got into him.
And Kofi's just made his way by Jerry Burr. That's for 6th place on the start-finish straight.
Techno Guy comes in.
Oh, it's Jerry goes into Kofi just before Paddock Hill Bend, but no harm, no foul.
And Kevlado's there too.
It's so hard to keep up with all the action that's going on, but Reno, a driver we've not really talked about, he's in a podium spot and he's on fresh softs. And I'm looking at Law up ahead, and Law's not, his tyres aren't in that good a shape. Could we see Reno challenging for that 2nd spot in the closing stages of the race?
The problem is now for Reno is now that Harlex has now freed himself of that mess. He's got time to catch up to Reno, and he's within a second now. So Harlex has now freed that battle. So Harlex is now unleashed, I should say. And I mean, Reno set his best lap of a 26.4 compared to Harlex's fastest lap of, I don't know.
Harlex is purple.
Kev's in.
So it's what we predicted. Kev looking for that 2-stop. He's going for the the medium tyre now to the end of the race.
He's going to come out ahead of Law, who's just crossed the start-finish line.
He's got a comfortable gap. I say comfortable. It was 17 seconds. It's now... Was it? No, 14 seconds. It's now...
No, it was 17.
3 seconds.
I think it was 3
seconds.
Oh, well,
no, I got that wrong. That's my bad.
Reno runs right at Druids. Now Harlex is all over the back. PK in 5th, who has made yet another pit stop. He did, I think that was on lap 13, but he's still in that 5th position. Kofi in 6th. And where's Jerry Bear? Jerry Bear and Kevlaro.
I tell you what,
they've lost
what
that
might be I have a feeling that Kev is going to be the only person to make it onto lap 18. Just a hunch here. He might have a victory lap at the end of this race.
Law can make it. Law's good to go. Harlex is through. Harlex is through on Reno. So Reno's dreams of a podium has gone up in smoke.
It's not gone up in smoke just yet. We can see that we've seen before that anything can happen. If Harlex catches up to Law, we could see something like we saw in race 1. But Reno won't be feeling too high. He won't be giving up the ghost just yet. He's got 2 laps to go of this race. And yes, Brands Hatch, anything can happen.
Back again, looking at Inman back in that 10th place. He's got Jerry Bear just ahead, 2.2 seconds, but Stephen behind him in 11th. Then it's Bob Reel in 12th and Techno Guy in 13th place, who's now on the medium tyres and starting to close up on Bob. Forgot to mention about Bob because he did start on the pole position. But anyway, we've got 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go, so this will be the penultimate lap here for Kev. He's got to be careful he doesn't want to run too wide at Graham Hill, because you will get yourself a penalty.
I'm just looking at Jerry Bear. He is on the gearbox of Kevlaro, who in turn is not far behind Charles in 7th, and Charles' tyres look so awful. They look like...
They're falling off the cliff. Pretty much, isn't it? Definitely.
Yeah, what do you say, Savvy? He's going to be twerking like Kim Kardashian soon.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think that's quite normal.
And Inman's not far off the pair of them. This is going to be the final lap for these guys, so the top 3 are going to get an extra lap. This is going to be the final lap for Inman from 4th downwards. Can Inman, he's got to run on Jerry.
They're fuel saving. They're fuel saving. Kev's definitely fuel saving. I don't think he's got enough to go at the end.
Oh, Stephen's going to try and make a move around the outside of Inman into Sheen.
Oh, has he got it? He's done it! Jenny's off! And loses 2 places as a result. The clock is up. And who would that be across the line? It'll be Reno that will finish in 4th, PK in 5th.
Harlex is all over the back of Law. Harlex over the back of Law going into Druids, trying to go around the outside.
He's gained 1.3 seconds on Law in a couple of laps. Charles will finish in 7th. Kevlar will finish in 8th. 9th will probably be Stephen. Inman 10th. Jerry Bear 11th. Bob Lee will finish 12th. And Ted O'Gay 13th. But the battle is for 2nd place now with Law and Harlex.
This is it. Can Harlex get a run on Law going into what's that corner called? Hawthorne. There we go. He's probably not close enough to try it just yet. But if he can force Law into a mistake,
overlap. He may have an overlap. Law parks his car in the middle. Harlex backs out of it.
That's very aggressive defending from Law there, going into Westfield.
Oh! Did he be?
So close on the entry of Sheen Cup. He was so close to going off there.
He's got one more corner to go if Harlex wants to get that 2nd place. Is it a do or die attack? Or will he just go for the 3rd? Let's find out. He's going to stick it behind. Or is he just going to get a run off the corner? He's going to have an overlap, is he? Can he cut the line further? Anyway, Kev Meister comes across the line. Fully deserved win. Law will just get 2nd place ahead of Harlex, who was just a 10th ahead behind was Law. But there you go. Congratulations there to Kev Meister. 2-stop strategy work in the day.
Yeah. You know, he just wanted to get clear. And once he got past, I think it was Reno who was the bottleneck. No, it was Bob the bottleneck. Yeah, it was, he was gone.
Yeah, he checked out, and Inman left the room, quite rightly so, because he would be absolutely angry.
He'll be gutted. He'll
be gutted and angry at that, you know. But at least he's got 2 weeks to recover from this now, because that will be the 3rd round. But I tell you what, those were 2 thoroughly exciting races.
Oh my god. I want to lie down now. That was... wow.
Did he be? I tell you what, it was well worth the wait, wasn't it, for this half an hour extra for this lag and stuff and what have you.
Yeah, I can see this race coming up again. Action all the way through the field from start to finish. I mean, what more can you ask for? Yeah, just pure entertainment from everybody, and on the most part, quite clean. On the most part.
The 2nd half, I don't know.
That was a bit bargy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the stewards are going to have a busy night during that, and we can't wait to see what the penalties are going to be handed out on Wednesday, because I'd imagine there's going to be quite a lot, I'd imagine. But
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, we stewards are going to be. There are going to be few. There are going to be a few incidents that are going to be debated in the steward's office for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
So
anyway.
There you go. I think. Oh, just checking on the chat here, just seeing if there's anything. But anyways, that has been the ARC Flashback Championship Round 2 and a very exciting Brands Hatch. And You can obviously tell why without we called that the race of the year back in the McCann Trophy Cup. But anyways, I've been Savvy.
And I'm La Rascal.
And we will see you again. I think it is in 2 weeks' time for the third round, and I forgot where it is. And I forgot what cars they will be.
Let me just
Oh, is it
check
Saint
this.
Croix? Is it Saint Croix with the GR3s?
I am gonna check this before we end the stream, just to make sure that we put the right information out there. Although, unless someone in chat can tell us when the next round of the championship is.
I know it's in 2 weeks. I know. I think it might be the GR3s.
Ah, all right. I've got the document up here. So it looks like it's in 2 weeks, and it's Group 3 at Saint Croix, and
There you go.
yeah, well, Saint Croix reverse. So.
And they normally have good races. When it GR3 races at Saint Croix, they will have some entertaining races at that too. So cannot wait for that. So, anyways, we'll give this the stream at the end, as the host has now ended the game. So that's the end of the broadcast. So we'll see you again in 2 weeks at Saint Croix.